Hey guys, Christina here for my 8-month post-op video. I'll start with stats, I guess, because that's the thing that a lot of people care about. I don't know. So at 8 months, I'm officially down a little bit over 150 pounds. Currently weigh 254 from my highest of 406, which is, it feels incredible. I don't even, forget the number, it just feels incredible to be where I'm at right now. I went down from a size 28-30 to a size 18-20 currently, and I'm a 14-16 top, which is nuts, and it feels awesome. It's just the coolest. Been able to shop in a lot of regular stores, been in Old Navy a ton, been in Kohl's a lot. I had to throw out 3/4 of the stuff in my closet this week. If anybody happens to need size 22 through like 28 in anything, odds are I have it, so like let me know. I don't really have many dresses. I maybe have like one size 28 black dress because I really did not do dresses before, but I have stuff. So if you need it, shoot me a comment, shoot me a private message, do whatever, but I don't want to throw it out. I'd rather give it to people from the community than give it to strangers. Right away, at least. If I can help one of you guys out, I would love to. So let me know, you know? But things are good. I'm a little bit late for my 8-month video because I have been on vacation in California. My trip was utterly fantastic and kind of my present to myself for hitting the 100-pound loss. I did a lot of stuff while I was out there that I could cross off my weight loss bucket list, one of which was the short haircut, which I am loving, and probably going to keep because I just adore it, and it's something that I was always too afraid to do. I always got told by one of my parents that, like, oh, your face is too round, you're not going to be able to pull it off. I feel like I'm pulling it off, and whether or not it makes me look too butch for whoever, I don't care. I'm not trying to prove anything to anybody. I love this haircut, so yeah. Anyway, what else? So, other things I did in California. I went on a hike, one of my first ever hike. That is something I've wanted to do for such a long time. And it was a very cliche hike for being in California and being a tourist, but whatever. I went from the bottom to the top of the Griffith Observatory, which was about a 3.5 mile hike. And took me a couple hours, like 2.5 hours maybe to do, and I'm really proud of myself for doing it. I stopped a couple of times along the way. I went on a really hot day in the middle of the afternoon because my friends didn't want to get up early, but I'm glad that I did it, and I'm glad that I made myself push myself to get all the way to the top, because there were a couple of times where I was like, F this. I did slip coming down, but it wasn't until like the last 2 minutes of the hike, so I'm gonna say it doesn't count. And y'all are gonna stick with me on that, right? But yeah, it was really fun. I took some pictures at the top, and like I was like looking back at them the other day, and like I can't remember ever smiling that hard for anything. It just felt so good to have completed that trip. I've tried to be more active in general. I got myself a new Fitbit because my other one was bugging out. So I now have the Blaze, which I love and I highly recommend. And it's been keeping me super motivated and super active. And I love that it's summer and it's nice outside, and I've actually got some sort of color going on right now. I don't know how long it'll last because I do work in dark theaters. But for the time being, it's nice to have. Otherwise, I don't have too much to talk about. I did realize that I made a video about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, and then never posted it. And I'm glad that I didn't, because it was a little bit too raw of a subject at the time, and I've kind of had some more time to think about it and process it and actually talk like a human about it. And I have brought it up already, probably once before, but I have been weeding friends out of my life like crazy these last couple of weeks. California was a hugely eye-opening trip for me. I realized very quickly after that trip that I did not want people in my life who were going to A, slow me down, B, make me feel horrible about progress, or C, not be willing to come on this journey with me. There are people that I realized very quickly that I have settled for in a huge way throughout my life. And because I thought that I didn't deserve better, or because their friendship meant more to me than it did to them, I don't know. But I hate letting go of people, and it really sucks. It's not easy. I seem a lot more fine with it now than I was a couple weeks ago. But if people are going to make you feel bad about doing good things for yourself, they are not worth having in your life, and that is something that I have learned. If people are going to make you feel like you don't deserve to be keeping up with the group because you never could before, you don't need them. I got to hang out with a couple of friends while I was on my trip that still made me feel probably just as left behind as I did when I was heavier. They walked far away from me. They didn't wait up. Even though I could walk faster now, it still wasn't fast enough for them. They were rude when it took me longer to figure out where I could eat that was healthy for me, that I could, feasibly get something at that wasn't going to make me sick. Because I am still careful, not all the time, but most of the time. There was just a lot of things where I was like, wow, these people really don't care, and why should I spend my time caring about this relationship if I'm the only one that does? So I've since just let them go, and I'm okay, and I'm sure they're okay. So I don't know, life's just better for it. You don't need people in your life that are going to be negative or make you feel bad about making good choices, so it is what it is. However, I am, closer than ever to the people in my life that are awesome, and who are supportive, and who are good friends, and who have always been there and always will be, and who are just as proud of me as I am of them, and all of that jazz, and it's wonderful, and I wouldn't trade those people for the world. Anyone else, it is what it is. But I also had something kind of interesting happen this week, where somebody decided to call me, and y'all know me, a fat shamer. I am far from one. In fact, I have spent all of my life as a fat person. All of it. Still fat. Even if I'm healthy, I will have always been fat. There's nothing wrong with that. I loved myself at 400 pounds. I learned to, but I did. It was hard because everyone in society was saying, you don't deserve it, but I learned to. I was always a happy person. Actually, it took me a really long time to decide to work on myself because I knew self-love at my heaviest. Because I didn't think I had a problem until it really started affecting my health because I was happy. So, to be called a fat shamer by this person that clearly doesn't know me at all, but it aggravated me, it frustrated me to no end. I sat there and had an hour-long argument with this guy, and he told me that, I'm buying into the system for having had weight loss surgery, and that, you can't call yourself, someone who loves yourself if you're willing to do that to yourself, and there's just all this crap that he was spewing. I'm sorry, don't need people like that in my life either. He is someone that I actually used to really like, so I'm bummed that he turned out to be such a huge asshole, but you don't need people like that. So, yet another one who's just peace out. But I don't know, maybe if I get more mad about that, I'll talk about it in an entirely new video of its own, we'll see. But right now, I don't even feel like wasting that much time on that jerk, because he doesn't deserve it. Anyway, I hope everybody's having an awesome summer. Y'all will hopefully hear from me within a week or two. I'm about to go back on tour, but after that, I'll be back in New York City again, and then I have to figure out life. So you'll hear from me. I want to do a couple of summer cooking videos, so I'll probably do that when I'm back in New York and I have my grill. Otherwise, yeah, guys, enjoy your summers, and I will talk to all of you soon, and peace out.